Welcome to Kalangala Fishing Communities. Kalangala district is located 9,066 square kilometers along Lake Victoria in southwestern Uganda. It comprises of 84 islands, of which 64 are habitable. Their main economic activity is fishing, and the ratio of men to women is 1 to 3, meaning one woman has to be used by at least 3 men. Unfortunately, in the process of sharing partners, many are reluctant to practice protected sex. Thus, increase in new HIV infections, early pregnancies, and sexual violence. The documentary you're about to watch is entitled A Traumatized Mind, highlighting challenges faced by survivors of sexual abuse in Kalangala fishing communities.
I'm William Lugolovi, District Chairperson, Kalangala District. The problem of defilement is quite complex because the statistics I can give you is that of reported cases, but there are so many girls who are defiled, but they are suffering as what? They are suffering you learn of these cases after people fail to agree on the terms.
As I was living with my uncle in the district of Sembavli, I was actually in primary 4 by then. That was 2009. At my school there was a student teacher who was teaching me, and he was teaching my class. His family and my uncle were friends. They were family friends to my uncle. So I don't know what they used to discuss about when they met, because the teacher's father had some common characters as my uncle did. They
were very close.
Yes, they used to meet in bars, they used to drink together. So my uncle was a real drunkard. I grew up not knowing any of my parents.
Okay.
I got to know my father when I was just 7 years, and by then, when I knew him, by the time I knew him, 1 month he passed and he died. He was a soldier, they told me, but he was shot to death. Now he died then. And
you didn't know.
they told me I left my mother when I was just 2 years old. I didn't know how she looked. I didn't know her names. I never met her.
Okay.
So my uncle made a deal with the father to the teacher. I don't know what, because for me, one day I just saw people coming for me at home. So I didn't know, I could not ask because I feared my uncle. I feared, he was so rude, he was so violent.
Yeah.
I couldn't dare to ask him any question. So he just broke out one day and told me, "You're leaving." I said, "I'm leaving to where?" To myself, I didn't ask. I was afraid. I didn't ask where was I going. So I just chilled and looked at everything going on. They picked me up on a Sunday morning. I saw one lady coming with a border
Who picked
border.
you up?
There was a lady, a brother, actually a sister to the teacher. Yes, picked me up on the border border, and then we drove off. Then we reached a certain place. The lady got off the border border, and I saw the teacher coming, and again sat behind me.
On the border border?
Yes. So I could not ask anything. I was just crying out of the blue. I didn't know what to do. Then
You didn't know, he didn't tell you anything about where you were going?
Never. He carried me into the boat. Then they began off the engine. Then we ended up on an island called, is it Mulabana? There. There he had, I think, a rented house. When we reached there in the evening. He told me to come in. I stayed outside on the door sitting. Then when it became dark, he dragged me inside. And he did what he wanted, of course. He raped me. Did he left me bleeding because he left very early in the morning. It was not even. Maybe it was just around 4.
And you were alone with no...
With no one. I didn't know anybody there. So all the people were not, I think they were not concerned.
Yeah, because you didn't know them.
Yes. Then very early in the morning, he told me I'm going somewhere. And I'll be coming back in 2 days. So I want to find you here. He left me inside the house. He instructed a certain lady to always bring me food inside and then lock me inside. I should not move out. The lady always did the same, but she
wasn't concerned about...
I don't know.
She wouldn't ask, why are you being locked?
No, she didn't ask anything. Actually, she just used to bring the food, put it there, lock the door, go out. Then I said I'm not going to eat anything here unless I get out of here. But the lady didn't mind. She just brought the food, put it there, moved out. But since that night, they always brought the food, I could just push it there and don't eat anything till the 2 days. But on the last day, she came and forgot to lock the door. I said, fine.
How many days did you spend in that place?
Then 2 days, then the 3rd day, when that man was coming back. The 3rd day, she forgot to lock the door. And then I saw it. I didn't mind. Then when she went away, I sneaked out.
These girls are also vulnerable to drug abuse, sexual abuse, and HIV and AIDS. And many times they are denied access to basic services like health and education, among others. And many of these girls are unable to report abuse to police for fear of being ashamed and punished in their communities. And this gives perpetrators an opportunity to continue abusing them. And for such a girl, all hope is lost.
We have an island called Togo. I went there for community sensitization, but we found 6 girls pregnant. But the oldest was only 16 years, out of which 4 were found pregnant. Now, when we interrogated them, they were saying, we know the men impregnated us, but apparently we don't know where they are. You see the problem? I was so touched, I had to arrest the mothers. But even then, there's nothing much I would do because I was adding injury to a wound. When I came along with them, made statements, charged them, and were on the lookout for these culprits. Because imagine 6 girls, they're already pregnant, 4, 6 months pregnant, and they can't really know who impregnated them. Reason is, islanders, I want to say, live a careless kind of life. And out of those 6, 1 was found to be HIV positive. When you talk to this girl, she has lost hope. She's living with a mother who cannot really help. And we really need intervention, serious intervention. Berry down here has been helping us. Berry's place down. You know that Belgian who has been helping us. He's done quite a lot to help our children. Of course, you know, he's now an old man. He's been using his own pension and he's running short of money. He has cancer. Never know what can happen. So we think some organization should come in to help and take over, because what if Berry died today?
When I interacted with survivors of sexual abuse at Berry's place, I was able to realize that these girls face huge challenges. Many of them are trafficked by their own parents for cheap labor and sexual exploitation, thus engaging them in early sex work at such an early age.
Kati taata n'atandika okubeerawo ng'avuma ng'abasajja bwe bajjako nga bamugamba muwala waakuze nga taata mugenda kumpa nnente.
Nga bagamba gwe?
Nga bagamba taata nga yabagamba abasajja bagenda muwa ente.
Nti gwakuze?
Kati nze nenzirukawo, waliwo eyo omukazi gwe nali mmanyi nga nkyabeera eyo mu nkambi, yali mukwano gwange ng'akola ku nsonga z'eby'abaana. Ne ŋŋendayo ne mmunyumiza buli kimu. Ne mugamba nze siddayo, n'aŋŋamba ogira obeera wano. Nembeerawo wiiki, kati nga taata agabira abasajja. Omusajja yasooka yamuwa 50,000 n'antwala eyo Mbinazi nga ŋŋenda ku luzzi. Oyo omusajja n'ankwatira eyo Mbinazi, n'ankuba empi, n'akwata ekiti n'akinkuba mu mugongo, n'andeka eyo nga sikyalina maanyi gadduka. Omusajja n'ajja n'annondayo n'antwala.
50,000 zaali zaaki?
Omusajja yaziwa taata okunkozesa.
Gwe nga tomanyi?
Naye nga nze namulaba ng'amuwa ssente.
Naye tewamanya lwaki?
Kati bwe nabuuza taata zaaki, nga n'aŋŋamba lwaki obuuza kaana gwe oyagala kummanyira, n'aluma n'ankuba. Omusajja n'antwala n'aŋŋamba taata wo mmaze omusasula, kati ngenda kukwata byampaka. Ne mugamba ndeka. Omusajja n'akwata ekiti kya kinene n'akinkuba mu mugongo n'ankuba empi.
Wali ogezaako okwetaasa we yakkubira?
N'ankuba ekiti mugongo, kati nensirika neera nenzirayo ewa taata. Era n'omusajja omulala n'ajja n'amuwa $1,000 era naye ankozese nenziruka.
Yali awabuwi buli musajja gwe bali bateesezza nawe?
Ng'amuwa ssente, omusajja ng'amuwa ssente ng'amugamba wuuyo twala. Kati nenzirukayo. Bwe naddukayo nenzira ewa Nnaabakyala. Nnaabakyala n'aŋŋamba enkeera agenda kuntwala ewa taata wange. Nenziruka ewa Nnaabakyala nenvaayo. Nentambula. Nenfuna booda nentwalako mpaka eri ekibanga ku ssomero. Bwe yantwala ekibanga nensangayo deputy. Ne mugamba njagala agenda ku ssomero, nembimunyumiza n'antwala ku poliisi. Nentwala ku poliisi nembeerayo, nembeera n'afande Babula n'afande Nandu. Ne bakubira Beri essimu n'ajja n'annona.
It is also very disappointing that some of these girls are defiled by their own parents. But it's also important to note that parents in Kalangala fishing communities are parents by remote. They spend very little time interacting with their children. They spend most of the time fishing, taking alcohol, and having unprotected sex, thus increasing sexual violence and HIV and AIDS.
Because at one time I had the nasty experience where there was a girl who was raped, who was defiled by the father. So this girl reported to the Secretary for Children Affairs, LC1. They brought the case to police. The man was arrested. This girl was incidentally from Rwanda, but she was staying with the father. So when this person came, we arrested the man and put him to police. We identified a fit person in the community who claimed to be a relative of the girl from Rwanda to take care of the girl and assist us resettle the younger girl to take back the girl to what? To Rwanda. Incidentally, what this man decided to do was to continue the fight, to begin from where the other one stopped. By the time we learned of this one, the girl was already pregnant.
My name is Caleb Tukaichiriza. I'm the resident district commissioner, Kalangala district, representing the president and the central government. Kalangala, being an island, is hard to reach areas. People, either through drug abuse, alcoholism, people don't care. And their cultural behavior is the way they think that when you play sex, you catch more fish. And in their society, their communities, most of fishing exercise is done at night. In the morning, when at one time, they always say, if I have survived the lake, what is HIV. So they don't care. And you find actually here, the ratio of women in Kalangala is 1 to 5. 1 woman for 5 men. And the men don't care. You find them lining up. It's a very, very, as if they are still in the dark continent or dark world. So they need enlightenment, and my approach is to continue. If we can get a team that can support the district leaders, the health workers, to go and enlighten, explain, sensitize, make aware about people's lives. So the issue is not about young girls. I think because of women being less, that's why they defile. So we need to go and emphasize and tell them that even they don't care. They, even as I said, they defile their own children.
Barry is taking care of 43 girls to cope with the challenges of being defiled.
You know, Barry's place is merely home. It is his home. But because he has the passion for children, he had to come in. So we think it's time now that all of us stakeholders come in to try and help Barry.
Tutangazeemu ku mwami Berry ono tukyabayambi.
Mwami Berry oyo waliwo abaana be bajja eyo kuba nawulyako waliwo ne gwe bajja eyo mulabana eyo ne babaleeta nga baali bakwatibwa naye yafuba okubanga abazza ne mu ssomero kale abaana ne baba nga basoma era nakati basoma bo bennyini abaana ne bwoba obabuuzizzaamu ye asobola okwejjayo nga ye omwana n'ayogera nti kituufu yenze.
Kalangala fishing communities are hiding places for hardcore criminals who have defiled girls elsewhere and are the very same men defiling our girls in Kalangala.
Berry's place, it is under an NGO called SSH Humanitarian Services in Kalangala district. This place started as in response to the social problem that was happening. That was very rampant in the district. You find there were so many girls who were being raped, who were being defiled. But after defiling these girls, we had no place. You could take the defiler to court. If the defiler is sentenced, you find the victim. We leave the victim on his own or her own. So you find some of these girls had nowhere to go.
I would say that Barry is everything to me. He's a father, he's a mother, he's everything, because he doesn't know me, but he takes trouble to look after me, do everything for me without hesitation. So
if Barry is watching right now, what would you like to tell him?
I just love him as my father. Nothing more. I can't find the words to express it.
Okay.
I can't find the words, the right words to tell. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So when I came here and I saw these kids on these islands full of ulcers and blisters and smells, I needed to do something. I needed to do something because nobody else noticed it, or they were so used to it that they didn't see it anymore, or they became ignorant and no care attitude, even the parents. And that's not me. I see this and I need to react, and that's what I try to do. And I'm a compassionate man. My mother, when I was a young boy, she said I have a helper syndrome. This a psychological syndrome when you have the urge to help, because I brought birds home with broken wings. I brought a sick cat home, and many of them died at home. But I brought whatever I found, I brought home, and I nursed them or I helped them to die. So that's what it is. And it was a very emotional thing, and I'm just that type of person. I'm now 69 years old, and my mother is 92. And even today, when I have a problem, I, I go to mommy. She's always there for me. So that is very important. So for my kids, I'm their mommy, I'm their daddy, I'm everything. And right now, my best friend is Madame Asia from Pina, Uganda. And she's a wonderful person. She's trying to give me a helping hand. We She has a network of people that also support her, and she's trying to bring them in to also support us. Um, the district government has been supportive, but not practically, financially.
Barry faces many challenges, but his main challenge is
Adolescence. Once you see, I've been a boy, a young man, now an old adult, but I don't remember how my hormones, what my hormones did to me. But my girls at times go crazy, and it's hard to control, and it's hard to manage them. You see, we are living here on an island. We are very living in an, say, enclosed environment, and they don't see many positive examples around them. And when sometimes I make a joke, we have behind our house, we have a road, and some young men are walking by there and look at our girls like there's a display in a supermarket, and they're calling them, or they're eyeing them, or they're trying to make contact. So it's like looking for the flavor of the day. And and some girls are weak. You tell them I love you, not me, but they get told to love you, and they believe that. They believe that, and things happening. And sadly enough, I lost some girls.
Apparently, Barry takes care of 43 girls, but there are over 7,000 survivors of sexual abuse in Kalangala fishing communities that need support and help. I know there's much more we can do together. Let us work together to support these girls to cope with the trauma of being defiled at such an early age. Let us stand up boldly and tell these men to stop calling their own daughters their wives. Let us educate communities on sexual culture norms and values that rob girls of their right to be girls. Let us work together to establish a rehabilitation center for survivors of sexual abuse. Let us offer them scholarship opportunities to go to school. And let us be ambassadors of survivors of sexual abuse.
Now I can only help to a limited percentage. Like I said, I'm not that fit anymore. I have, because of my chemotherapy, I have some neurological problems, so they're starting to affect me. I have some physical problem. I'm not that able anymore. So um, come in, come in with these people which introduce you to my story. Help them to help me, and not me as a person, but our kids, your kids, Ugandan kids, products of your society. Come and help.